Hey friends, welcome back. Long time no see. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Courtney, and I've got Phaedra and Nyx in the room with me. They're both snoozing. Phaedra's on the bed behind me, as you can see, and Nyx is currently on the floor. I'm sorry it's been a while. I've been traveling since the last week of August, and this is my first week home. I haven't been home a full week since I started traveling. I was in Atlanta for Dragon Con, I was in New York for Fashion Week, and most recently I was in Orlando for the makeup show. So I'm actually going to talk to you today about the makeup show because I'm really excited about all of the stuff that I did and I saw there, so you have to hear about it. So as you know, the makeup show is basically an industry event for professionals, makeup artists, bloggers, etc. to go to learn about new brands, new products, to further their education. And so this year, unlike any of the previous years, I actually took 2 different workshops. So workshops are basically classes that you pay for, at least the ones I took were 3 hours long. And so my Saturday workshop was with Orlando Santiago, who used to run the Makeup Academy in Orlando, and now he's in New York. I believe he is like the director or lead makeup artist for Guerlain. So I was very excited to be taking classes from him because I've been following him for several years, basically since I first started going to the makeup show, and I really like his technique. Taking an eyeshadow class from him was awesome because he's a very good teacher, really easy to work with, so it was a great experience for me. You were not allowed to record any of the workshops, which is why I didn't record anything. I do have like a couple pictures that I took, and I made notes obviously, but it was an awesome class. I guess the big takeaway that I learned from the class is that there are 5 major eye shapes, and basically those 4 eye shapes are then modified by like 4 different things, like whether or not they're widely spaced or close set, a couple other things. So I thought it was very useful, practical information. The other workshop that I took was with Danessa Myricks, and I was thrilled to be taking her workshop because I've been obsessed with her Instagram for I think about 1.5 years. I think I stumbled on her when I was looking for like that glow, like that lit from within skin that I really like, that James Vincent does, that Mickey does. So when I found Danessa, I totally fell in love with her stuff. So when I saw that I could take a class with her, I was like, hell yeah, sign me up. So her class is all about complexion, and she gave us the secrets that she likes to use for creating that lit from within glow. So I've started trying to practice that, and I am nowhere near what I'm not good at. Nowhere near her skill level. I am nowhere near her skill level. She's amazing, but it's fun to practice what she was teaching us. So I want to go ahead and talk to you about some of the stuff that I bought at the makeup show. First, I want to talk to you about COSETTE Beauty. Now, COSETTE is owned by Rocky Cosette, and all of his products are cruelty-free and vegan. He is a makeup artist and a photographer and like just multi-talented sort of renaissance. He's a multi-talented Renaissance man. I actually ended up meeting him for the first time at New York Fashion Week. He was very nice. So I actually ended up meeting him at New York Fashion Week. I was very intimidated and he was very nice. So that gave me courage to go up and talk to him at the makeup show and learn more about his brand. And I'm so glad I did. I asked for him to match me in his foundation line, and we started talking about skin, and he's like, yeah, you're kind of like a yellow olive skin tone. And I was like, really? He's like, yes. And so we started talking about that more. And I said, well, I always thought that I was like neutral or cool yellow. He's like, yeah, olive yellow. So apparently, I guess my skin tone, which can be considered neutral or cool yellow, is also a yellow olive, which is a cool toned olive. Anyway, his whole foundation line, it says basically something like it was created on real people for real people. And I'd say that's very accurate. He was trying to decide which color to match me to, and my face matches to C2, but my neck and my chest and my body match to C1. So that was the shade I ended up purchasing, and that was what he recommended because he's like, yeah, your neck is so much lighter than your face. It makes a difference. So it was very interesting to get color matched by a professional and have him explain the line. I really liked that. So I love his foundation. I am wearing it today. The other product of his that I bought that I was really excited about was his powder. So this is his essential powder, and it's basically kind of like a pore filling powder, and it has a little bit of a tint to it. Like it comes in a bunch of different colors. I bought it in C1 because that's my shade that I wear. But it's excellent. You only need like the tiniest little bit because it's very finely milled, And so I used it kind of like with this big brush from Saucebox to kind of roll it onto my face to set. So if you are looking for an alternative to the Kat Von D Lock-It Powder, I highly recommend checking out the Cosette powder because it's a much better formula in my opinion, and it has a much better shade range. I love that this has like this yellow olive, cool olive, whatever you want to call it, color that works perfectly for me. I also bought a Cosette foundation brush, which is like this flat brush here. The brush that I have in my collection that is the most similar but not exactly like this is the Urban Decay Optical Blurring Brush, and you can see a difference I think in like the shape because the Cosette brush is wider, and I just used it, that's why it's dirty. But the Cosette brush is wider and kind of like less rounded, or I guess more rounded, less pointy. This one's more pointy. So it's a great brush. I like the brushes, so I ended up ordering a couple other ones online, and I also ordered some more of the eyeshadows because when I got home and started playing with his eyeshadows and put it on my eyes, I loved how they blended out. The mattes are a dream to work with. So I guess I should show you the eyeshadows. NYX just destroyed my purple makeup sponge. Puppies. Anyway, I guess I should show you the eyeshadows. So this is one of the Cosette palettes, and it's a padded palette. It's similar to like a Z palette, but it's different style and everything. And these are the colors that I bought. Now, I believe all of the color names from Cosette are named after like minerals like hematite and howlite, stuff like that. So these all are all named after that. For the look that I'm wearing, I used this color right here, which is Jack. This color right here that I can't think of the name of, but I'll put in the description box down below. A little bit of this color right here, which is supposed to be the perfect transition shade on skin tones like mine, and it is, because I used it like just the tiniest bit around here and it looks perfect. And then I used this color right here as my main lid color. So yeah, I love the eyeshadows. They're so gorgeous. I also bought one of the lip synergies from Cosette, and I haven't had a chance to wear this yet, so I can't tell you what I think of it, but I can tell you that I thought the color was stunning because the color is like this sort of deep wine. It's like the perfect sort of burgundy with a purple undertone, in my opinion. So I'm really looking forward to wearing it because it's a perfect shade for winter. Okay, so those are the Cosette products that I love, and I'm telling you, I went out and bought more of his brushes and more eyeshadows because I really like the formula and the way they work for me. They just blend out so nice. Okay, so as I mentioned, I've been obsessed with Danessa Myricks on Instagram because she does beautiful lip from within skin. Doesn't matter what skin tone, she just makes it look amazing. After I took Danessa's class, I interviewed her, which I'll be sharing that interview sometime soon. And then I went to go get foundation matched. And I was foundation matched to N2, so I'm not in the palest shade, which is fantastic. That never happens. Because really, I felt like N1 was too light for me. I could definitely use it as like a highlighting product, like a skin tone highlight product, but that would be it. So N2 is like their neutral 2 is a good match for me. I also bought the Vision Cream Cover Wand. This for basically like contouring or shaping in shade N4. So foundation's N2, the contouring shade I'm using is N4 because I really just wanted to do more of like natural looking shaping around the face. One of the things that Danessa teaches in her class is that basically she usually uses 3 shades of foundation to shape a face so that it's not flat. So like if I was going to shape my face with just her products, I would use shade N1 for the high points, shade N2 as my base color all over, and then shade N4 for all of the deep points in the shadows. Now I also bought a couple other products of hers. I bought her Prism FX, which is a hydrating like prismatic primer, perfect for skin like mine. It's also great to mix with her foundation, the contour, any other product that she makes, this product will mix with. And one of the tricks that she talked about in her complexion class that I took is that she either mixes like her primer stuff or her beauty oils with each step that she takes to put on a complexion product, she mixes it with that. And that's really how she creates that cohesive lit from within glow. It is so beautiful. The other primer product that I bought from her was the Smoothing FX Gel. And this is good for oily skin. I'm just using it on my T-zone because I get a lot of like breakup and stuff like through the T-zone, right by the sides of the nose, my chin, and then like right here in my forehead. Those are like my oily areas. And I guess because my skin is no longer extremely dry and it is not dehydrated, that those areas do get a little bit more oily now. So those are the other complexion products I bought from her. I also bought one of the new products that she launched, which is their Dew Wet Balm. And this is clear, but it's basically a really neat product that is a highlighter, but you can also put it like on top of any powder product, and it kind of brings that to life and makes it look less dry. And you can put it on top of powder without it screwing that up, because usually if you talk to a makeup artist, they're like, you don't ever put a cream product on top of powder. You put a cream down first, then a powder. So I just tapped a little bit here for fun. I don't know if you can see, but it gives like a really nice shine. So it's a really cool product. And while I bought the shade Clear, it comes in 2 other colors. One's like a white gold kind of color, and the other one is more of like a deeper bronzy color. They're very, very pretty. Oh, and the last product that I bought from Danessa Myricks was this purple color. It's actually called Liquid Lilac, but it is a multi-purpose color product. So you can use it on the eyes, on the cheeks, on the lips, however you like. You can sheer it out, or you can make it really bold. And I will swatch just a tiny little bit of that on the back of my hand so you can see it. That's like a little tiny drop of the purple right there. And you can build it up or sheer it out. I definitely want to pick up a couple more of these because they're really gorgeous. Okay, so one of the other products that I bought at the makeup show swatched beautifully, but I have been kind of unhappy with it since I took it home. And that is the Ruby May Ocean Goddess palette. The packaging is beautiful. At the show, I bought this palette for 15 bucks, so it was a steal for the price. And when you look at it, I mean, how can you not think that is beautiful glitter? Now, this is pressed glitter, and what that means is it's meant to go on top of other eyeshadows. So like if I was going to use this palette with the look I have on, I would need to use my finger to tap on one of the colors on top of the eyeshadow that's already there, because I think that's how it works best. That's how I like to use glitter toppers. And let me show you, I guess, what this like yellowy green color looks like. So you can, I don't know if you can see that on the back of my hand. Maybe easier to see on my finger. Yeah. So the colors are really gorgeous. But what I have noticed is that my palette does not want to stay shut. So I'm afraid it's basically going to dry out. So I've already started keeping a rubber band around it to keep it from drying out, because I'd rather not have that break. Or I'd rather not have it go to waste already. But that was disappointing that the palette doesn't close, that I have to basically put like a hair tie on it to keep it shut. I did also buy some eyeshadow singles from Ruby May, and I stuck them in this palette. But their eyeshadows, their singles seemed very nice, so I can't wait to play with these. I really was very excited about my COSETTE eyeshadows. That's why I played with them yesterday and the day before and today, just because they're so nice. The brand that I was really excited for at the makeup show was Formula Z. Now, Formula Z is a Florida-based company that's cruelty-free and vegan, and it was started by a 16-year-old boy named Zach, who is amazing. He's super tall. I mean, like, seriously, he's like probably 6'7", I don't know. Really, really tall guy, very, very sweet, very good head on his shoulders. And he wanted to create an all-inclusive makeup company, so he has launched a bunch of lip products, and I bought 2. I bought Cabaret, which is a red, and Jocelyn, which is kind of like a pinky nude. That is Cabaret. It's a beautiful red. And you know, I've been wearing a lot more reds lately than I have in years. And that's Jocelyn. So hopefully I will have a review for you soon on these, but they're just so adorable. I really like the formula, and I like how they look. I think they're pretty. And it was really cool to learn about the brand, and I'm so impressed. Like at 16, what was I doing? I was in band, I was in drama. I was not creating a company. Totally impressed. So the next 3 purchases I'm gonna show you are actually made by Ray at the makeup show. He picked them out himself. I didn't pick them out. But he decided that he was going to get them for him, so I figured I would show you those. He bought, this is the Elevare Skin Machine, and it looks like, it says it's a therapeutic beauty device that combines LED, infrared light, and heat therapy. It's used to reduce facial lines, reducing pore size, and improving the appearance of the skin. It's dermatologist recommended, FDA cleared as a medical device, and it's clinically proven. So he bought this to use, and it looks, if you can see the side, it looks like that. And I guess you use it on the face to tone the face. So I'm going to be curious to see the results that he gets with this. He also, from the same company, bought an eye serum, and like a lifting serum, because I guess he's bothered by the bags that are under his eyes. Like I think it's a genetic thing. Like his parents have it, so it's just, that is what it is. So he got these, I think, to see what they can do for what bothers him, because that's something that really, I guess, bothers him. So I don't know anything about these brands other than they're located in Florida, and they say that they're cruelty-free, and on the back of the box they have the leaping bunny symbol, but like I said, I've never heard of the brand, so I don't know much about them. So the next brand that I bought from was Puckered, and they have this beautiful color. It's like a metallic burgundy brown. I bought it because I thought it would be very, very pretty for fall. It's this color right here. Corinne said it reminded her of Jeffree Star No Tea, No Shade or something like that. So the next company that I want to talk to you about that I found at the makeup show was Be Rad Cosmetics, and they're a cruelty-free and vegan lash brand. Now, in addition to selling lashes, and this is the pair of lashes that I bought, but in addition to selling lashes, they sell basically lash cleaner. So basically it's a wash and rinse for your false lashes to help them live longer and not die. And I think it's really cool and innovative, and I can't wait to give it a try, because I've always held off on buying really nice lashes because I never felt like I could get them to come clean without like messing up the lashes. So I've always been like, I don't know that I want to buy really pricey lashes. But now that I have that, I feel like I can at least give it a try. Because like the most expensive lashes I've ever bought were those velour lashes that I love, the velour Would I Lie lashes. But getting them clean has been very difficult. So I'm really, really looking forward to trying the new cleaner, seeing how it works, because I really feel like that is something that I didn't know that I needed, that like is a very cool product. So as you guys probably know, I've started using more Smashbox products recently. I fell in love with the Superfan mascara, and when I was at the show, it was on sale there, so I bought another Superfan mascara because I really like it. It's basically been my go-to mascara. I also received this. I don't know what it is. It's called Foil Slick Be Legendary Liquid Metal. I think it's a liquid lipstick, but I'm not sure. Looks like this. Could be an eyeshadow product, but I'm not really sure. So I'm gonna streak it on my hand and see what it does. It's like green and purple. Very neat. Delium Tools had a booth while I was there, and I picked up another 787 brush and a new brush, which is their 775. Now, the 787 brush, you know, I love. I've got like 3 of them. They're this brush right here, this big floofy brush. But I wanted to go ahead and try their new line, which is their, I remember what this is called, the Golden Triangle. So it's basically brushes that have like the 3 sides so that they lay down and stay where you put them, as opposed to rolling. Ooh, and the bristles do feel different on this. The bristles are much nicer on this than they are on the pink one that I have. So there's a company called Lemonhead, and they make glitter. I did not buy this. I believe this was a PR gift, but it's basically like, it has the consistency of like gel or snot. So you wouldn't want to leave it open, it would dry out. But it's got glitter and stars in it, so it'd be very pretty for like around the body. Let's see if you can see that. It'd be very pretty for like glitter around the body. I don't know that I would want to put that on my eyes just because of how large it is. Maybe if I was going to make one of those memes with like the glitter tears down here, I would totally use that for this. I just get very nervous putting anything with really big glitter near my eyes. And apparently I got another one that was a PR sample from American Body Art Pixie Paint. And this seems to be that same sort of snot consistency. Lots of pretty stuff in it right here. I also received the Twinmetic starter pack, which I love. It's perfect for travel. The vitamin C is great for brightening. The vitamin E, the green one here, is great for soothing your skin, or if you have like a cut or something, it's perfect for that. And I'm really, really happy that I get to try the exfoliating scrub along with their oxygen mask. So that's awesome. The last one is retinol, but I have to be careful with that because it sometimes irritates my skin. Now I have saved the best for last. The last brand that I want to talk about is Rebels and Outlaws. So this company was started by James Vincent, who's my favorite makeup artist, and his husband Jeremy, and it's basically just run by the two of them. Everything they make, they hand make themselves, and they put their like intentions into it and their will. So I bought 2 of their candles. The candle that I burned with Mickey the other day was the Artists and Angels candle, which smells so fucking good. If you only buy 1 candle, buy this candle because it smells great. But the Artists and Angels candle is for creativity. So it has like essential oils and it has crystals and such in it. So you're supposed to burn it down. And whenever you finish burning it all, you're supposed to toss it out so that the crystals have absorbed whatever negative energies or whatever from the space that you use it in. So whether or not you believe in that, this thing smells absolutely amazing. So I went onto their site and ordered several more of their candles and some other stuff that they have, because they have like lip scrubs, they have hand sanitizer, they have quick dry brush spray, which is very important. They also have like a bar of stuff like soap for cleaning your deep cleaning your brushes. So all kinds of stuff made by a makeup artist for makeup artists and makeup enthusiasts. The other candle that I bought is called Back to Black. And it looks like this, and it's supposed to help you let go of the past and negativity, which I really need to do that. Like, as many of you know, I'm still grieving the loss of my grandmother, and I'm seeing my therapist at least once a week. So I figured, you know what, it's not gonna hurt me to try something else to help me move forward. All right, well, I think that's pretty much it for what I bought from the makeup show this year. I didn't really buy a lot, mostly because, you know, I did do the 2 workshop classes that were like 3 hours each day. And I did walk around, I did talk to people. So it was a different year for me because usually I think I do more shopping and more interviews. This year I really only got 1 interview in with Danessa Myricks, but it was so good. Anyway, go ahead and leave a comment down below and let me know what's been going on with you. Let me know which items from this video you're really interested in. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.